Church. I'm glad that you're here. Glad that the rain stopped, the sun came out. And know it's going to be a great concert. Look at all these instruments that they have up here. This band known as Soup, Seat of Our Pants. They have so much energy in them, and the melodies are going to be so tremendous. And without further ado, I'm going to let you know that you're welcome. The bathroom's over here on the side. And after the concert is over, there's a reception in the fellowship hall. So enjoy the concert, and I'm going to turn you over to you guys.
Battered and scarred, and the old auctioneer, he thought it scarcely worthwhile to waste much time on the old violin. He held it up with a smile. What am I bidding, good folks, he cried, who'll start the bidding for me? $1, now who'll make it $2? $2, and who'll make it $3? $3 once and $3 twice. Going for 3, but no. From the back of the room, a gray-haired man stepped forward and picked up the bow. Wiping the dust from the old violin, tightening up the loose strings, he played a melody pure and so sweet, sweet as the angels sing. When the music ceased, the old auctioneer, in a voice that was quiet and low, what am I bidding for the old violin? He held it up with the bow. $1,000, now who'll make it $2? $2,000, and who'll make it $3? $3,000 once and $3,000 twice. Going and gone, cried he. The people shouted and some of them cried, we do not quite understand what changed its worth. Swift came the reply, the touch of the master's hand. Out of tune, battered and scarred with sin, is auctioned cheap by the foolish crowd, much like the old violin. A mass of pottage, a glass of wine, a game, and he travels on. He's going once and he's going twice, he's going and almost gone. But the master comes and the foolish crowd never can quite understand the worth of the soul and the change that is wrought by the touch of the master's hand. And the master comes and the foolish crowd never can quite understand the worth of a soul and the change that is wrought by the touch of the master's hand.
think Mike just got married. He just kind of proceeded down. So someone just got married.
Thank you so much. We couldn't think of a better song to open with today in this beautiful space. That is a song that I learned, I think, when I was 19 or 20, and I never knew a violin player up until about 10 years ago. And I shared this song with my church, asking the organist to play the violin part by pushing that button that says, make the organ sound like a violin, which it didn't. But he played it, and I shared the song, which is just so beautiful. And then this man came up to me with his wife, and he said, I play the violin.
So Mike is our gift from God.
Yes, so that is Michael Franson, our violin player. So I'm always tempted after you do this, like, well, thanks for coming. That's our show. No. It's very dramatic. So yes, we are Seat of Our Pants. We're from Marlborough and Hebron. Mike is from Hebron. Mark Hall, next to me, is our percussionist. He sings lots of vocals. Hopefully you're singing more vocals tonight with my voice.
Scratchy voice.
Mark Hall from Marlborough as well. My husband, Jeff Gorman, on bass tonight, both basses. And I'm Carolyn Brzezinski. We're both from Marlborough. And we are really pleased to be here to meet some new friends and to see some old friends come out. Thank you for coming. It's really nice to see you all. And we've got a nice set of music that's a little on the reflective, spiritual side at times, like this next one. We do write our own songs. This is one that I wrote several years ago, and it was inspired in a church. The priest at that church would give the same sermon about every 6 months. Not always the same words, but the same message. Basically, your life could be so much worse. You didn't have to be born in Marlborough, Connecticut. You could have been born in Iraq. So count your lucky stars. And I love that message. So I wrote the song, Lucky Stars. Ready? 1, 2, 3. When I woke up this morning, there was trouble on my mind. Feeling bad about my life, disappointments of all kinds. Then I watched the news from Gaza, saw the pain and said a prayer, and wondered what life would be like if I'd been born there. Then I remembered something I once heard a wise man say, just count your lucky stars, it didn't have to be this way. Your home could be a nightmare in some God-forsaken land with war that's raging needlessly at Vladimir's command. So count your lucky stars, it didn't have to be this way. Count your lucky stars, it didn't have to be this way. When I woke up this morning, my soul hurt through and through. My children, they don't love me the way that I would like them to. Then I thought of children lost or sick, just waiting for a cure. And I'm certain that I wouldn't want their lives to be so poor. I remembered something I once heard a wise man say, just count your lucky stars, it didn't have to be this way. Your children could be fighting for their lives, but instead they're healthy and they're happy, a safe place to lay their head. So count your lucky stars, it didn't have to be this way. Count your lucky stars, it didn't have to be this way. This morning I was feeling oh so bad. About my situation, wanting more than I could have. I thought of those who struggle just to find a decent meal, and realize the life I have is one fantastic deal. Cause I remembered something I once heard a wise man say, just count your lucky stars, it didn't have to be this way. Is it fate or is it God who decides your destiny? Whatever you believe doesn't matter much to me. Just remember when you think your life's so bad or gone astray, count your lucky
lucky stars, it didn't have to be this way. Count your lucky stars, it didn't have to be this way.
Mark is going to sing the next couple songs.
Say something while I
Oh, no. Oh, no. I had a cold last week, and everything's been fine until just now.
So you might be wondering where we,
Oh.
Greg, is this on? So you might be wondering where we got our name. We actually started about 13 years ago at a coffee house. It was like an open mic, and basically we would work up 3 songs on Thursday night, and we would come out on Friday night and play them in front of people. And it was just a bit much for me. I said, this just feels way too seat of our pants for me. And right as I uttered that, the guy came up with the list and said, what's the name of the band? So I said, Seat of Our Pants.
It's
And it's stuck.
It's stuck, big time. Okay.
You good to go?
I'm good to go. You want to
Okay,
introduce your
I
song?
do. So this one is not so reflective.
Well, it is in a way.
So I can't write songs on the cajon, so I'm a fledgling ukulele player. So I wanted a nice, easy instrument that I could learn chords and song structure and so on. So I wrote some songs on the ukulele, and they all come out sounding a little bit reggae-ish or a little bit like ska. And this is one of those that kind of stuck. And so Carolyn actually brings the ukulele when we play it. It's about just finding someone, meeting someone for the first time, kind of young love, and being totally enthralled, falling in love, and just wanting to run off and forget everything else.
Yeah, and we like to think of this as Mark's midlife crisis. So
Yes, they tease me about
It's fun. It's a fun song.
It's called A Little Bit of Money. You ready?
I got a little bit of money and I want to spend it on you. I got so much time I'm wasting on my own. I got a whole lot of loving I could shower upon you. So won't you come on over next to me, right here by my side. I'm feeling things for you that I can't hide. You're a fine little thing and I really wanna know you. Would a man like me be someone you could love? There's a whole lot of things that I really want to show you. So don't tell me you've got things to do. They will have to wait, 'cause our destiny just called and it's a day. You know life goes by in the blink of an eye, and I don't think we'll be coming here again. It's just you and me and this wind that blows free. So let's run on to tomorrow while we can. Let's run off to tomorrow while we can. let's run off to tomorrow while we can. Let's run off to tomorrow while we can. You know I want to run off to tomorrow while we can.
Thank you. Each cajon sounds a little bit different. That's why I switched for the sound that I'm looking for on each song.
Someone want to explain the cajon?
Sure. That would be me, wouldn't it? The cajon is just a wooden box, and behind this front striking head are guitar strings, or sometimes rattles. And so when you strike it, it all rattles, and you get kind of a snare sound, especially up high, and less so down low. Got a big microphone behind it, so I try to play it like a drum kit, you know, like a boom snare. And you can play the sigh. And you can add things with Velcro, tambourines, and so on. So anyways, that's the cajon. And each one sounds a bit different because the woods are different and so on.
That's why Mark is only wearing one shoe.
That's right, so I can slide. And with the shoe, it gets stuck. So,
Not the Michael Jackson kind.
not the Michael Jackson thing. All right.
Bet you didn't think you were going to leave here learning something today, did you?
So this is another one of my songs. A few years ago, I had a very clear and powerful dream. It was kind of silly in some ways, but it was I took it as a spiritual dream that God was like knocking on my head saying, hey, you can't keep running from me. I'm in you. I'm inside you. And you can't keep getting away from me. Except he appeared in the dream as a pterodactyl, as a flying dinosaur. So kind of silly and kind of profound, but it was one of those dreams where you wake up and you're just thinking about it all day long. And I had to take it seriously, and it led to me writing this song.
But God has a sense of humor.
Sense of humor.
Yes.
Let me get some water here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me when. Okay.
God was a flying dinosaur in my dream. Some pterodactyl that was much more than it seemed. No gray-haired man, all high and mighty, he bumped my chest, shook my body to show me there's a light inside of me. Now in this dream I climbed a rugged trail. My dogs were my companions, never fail. Around the bend, perched up before us, 1,000 cackling pterosaurus, and one in charge was large. He looked at me. I broke his gaze, I was afraid. I scrambled down that rocky grade to find a way around his barricade. So satisfied, I tried to carry on, but my escape was not to last for long. He came was to my heart. Resistance now had come apart. I stood inside the light I was to see. This was the message he had meant for me. And all day long I felt so calm, not worried of what things may come. And I tried to find that light in everyone. God was a flying dinosaur in my dream. Some pterodactyl that was much more than it seemed. Why would the ancient cosmic wizard appear now as a flying lizard, just to show the light inside of me? Just to show the light inside of me.
Thank you, thank you.
One other instrument that we should mention is that stick you're playing.
It's basically in an orchestra, and you see that full big doghouse bass. This is the same thing without the doghouse. And the nice part about it is it fits in the back seat of the car, and I can bow it and I can pluck it, and it has the same kind of sound, just with a little bit of.
And it's cool.
And it's got a big cool factor.
Yeah.
It's got a cool factor.
Thank you.
Sure.
All right. Wow, we put a lot of originals in this. This is nice. Yes, we're sharing a lot of our music today. This next song is a song I wrote, I think it was in 2019. I was nominated for State Troubadour. And part of that process is to write a song for the state of Connecticut, which I did. I was not selected, which was fine, but I got a nice song. I like the song. I love this state. And I spoke to my friend Jane. I said, what do I write about? And she said, write about our beautiful seasons, write about your memories of growing up. I've always lived in Connecticut. And it took about a minute. And that's all, I said, oh, I got this. So
You
it's
didn't
called-
try rhyming Connecticut?
I did not. No. I don't know any troubadour who has rhymed Connecticut in that song, in the Connecticut
There's
song.
so many things that rhyme with it.
I know.
Predicate? Yeah, work that into a
So,
normal song.
it's called The Place We Call Home, and at the end, I have a little snippet of a song. I think that at one point was a state song, but you'll figure it out. Ready? Running rivers, raging seas, rolling mountains, changing trees. Look around and see the beauty of the place we call home. It charters sacred lands where the Pequots took a stand. I will return here no matter where I roam. Cruising through the hills of Connecticut, I've marked my life by the changing of its seasons. Each one brings back memories, the winter wind, the summer breeze. This nutmeg state has a splendor all its own. river's raging seas, the smell of salt air on the breeze. I look around and see the beauty of the state I call my own. From the Berkshires to the Sound, so many memories gather round me and take me back, no matter where I roam. Cruising through the hills of Connecticut, I've marked my life by the changing of its seasons. Each one brings back memories, the winter wind, the summer breeze. This nutmeg state has a splendor all its own. My heart is here in Connecticut, my home. Thank you. Your turn, Mark.
This is a song I wrote to my son, who's now 28, and my wife's family has a place out in Sun Valley, Idaho, which is absolutely beautiful. It's kind of like an Aspen. There's a ski resort there, and there's beautiful mountains, and I think a lot of people don't know much about Idaho, but it's actually beautiful. And so we would go out there and visit my parents-in-law, and Brendan and I would get our cameras, and we would drive up north, and we'd wind over the Galena Pass and up towards Stanley with mountains on both sides, and we would just have a day of taking pictures. And we would do that in the winter, and we would do that in the summer. And I was just looking at all these pictures. He went on to become a documentary filmmaker, so he took it seriously. And I just watched him grow up in all these pictures in this landscape that we both love so much. So I wrote this song about it. It's called Wood River Valley. Good?
In the Wood River Valley on Idaho time, morning broke sunny and cold, and we packed up our cameras and drove to the north, where the pioneers came to find gold. There's a picture at home, you are just a small boy with a cowboy hat and guitar, and you're singing out loud all you feel in your heart, not afraid to show who you are. Now you're taller than me, you've become your own man, and you teach me as I have taught you. So side by side and together we go to the land we've come to love so. Through the pass at Galena the sawtooth appeared, and the river ran shallow and wide, past worn wooden fences and empty corrals where the mule and the pack horse were tied. Now your Legos and crayons are cameras and lens, as the thrill of creating lives on. And for father and son the adventure's begun. You were older and I've become young. Now you're taller than me, you've become your own man, and you teach me as I have taught you. So side by side and together we go to the land we've come to love so. Oh, 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 in the Wood River Valley on Idaho time, morning broke sunny and cold, and we packed up our cameras and drove to the north, two travelers bound to find gold. Now you're taller than me, you've become
Thank you.
Now, Mark is a little too humble to share this, but we will share it for you. His son is such a talented videographer, an amazing human being, that he was selected to be on a crew of 8 out of 1 million applicants to be on the Dear Moon mission of SpaceX. Yeah, that's pretty. It's amazing, and it's frightening as a parent, right?
They just did a trial, you may have seen in the news, they just did a trial launch of one of their rockets, and it did much better than they expected, and then it blew up, but that's what they do, apparently. So yeah. No, that was not manned, and it was just to check the engine, so yeah, in a couple years, supposedly a billionaire hired SpaceX to send 8 creative people into space so that they could come back from different genres of film and painting and dance, music, to come back with a creative's impression of the Earth and the Moon. And so my son was selected as one of the 8. It's been an amazing ride. So.
Okay. So, moving on. So this beautiful, magnificent instrument was my pandemic project. I said, what am I going to do with all this time in the house with him, right? I called her Belle. I just finally named her. Yes, because she's beautiful.
She is.
She's lovely. And I said, well, we've got to work it into some of our songs. So I'm going to move this forward a little bit. Okay. I got room. Here we go. All right. This is not one of our songs. Ready? Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where the wedding has been. Lives in a dream, awaits at the window, wearing a face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Father Mackenzie, writing the words to a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near, look at him working, darting his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? Ah, look at all the lonely people. Ah, look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried alone with her name. Nobody came. Father Mackenzie, wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved. All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? hear the harp okay out there? The guy with the iPad in the back of the room is Greg, our sound guy. You're the best. All right, I'm gonna do one more song. You don't bring an instrument this big and play just one song. So, this next song is one that I wrote. It's an instrumental, and it was inspired by a very dear friend of ours. Some of you here know her. She's a lovely woman who was diagnosed with Alzheimer's about 10 years ago. And Jeff and I do a lot with she and her husband, including boating. They were big boaters in their day. And a couple summers ago, we were out on the Long Island Sound one morning, beautiful, beautiful morning. And there wasn't much wind, but you know how there's little ripples on the water, and the sun was just glinting off the ripples, and it was just so beautiful. And she was looking over the water with kind of a blank stare on her face, look on her face. And then she looked at me, and she leaned in, and she wanted to tell me a secret. And she said, "They brought us diamonds." And I said, what a profound, profound thought from someone who's so confused. And about 6 months later, she was at our house. And I was playing this instrument for her, and I just started noodling, which is just kind of playing around and finding melodies. And I came up with the song, Sherry's Diamonds. This is for Sherry. Okay? This is, we're going to definitely change things up. This is what we consider a statement song, not a protest song. It's written by the Police, and there have just been some things going on for too long that disturb us all. And this is our statement. This is our way of processing it all. How can you say you're not responsible? What does this have to do with me? What's my reaction? What should it be? Confronted by these daily atrocities, driven to tears, driven to tears, driven to tears, driven to. How can you say that you're not responsible? What does this have to do with me? What's my reaction? What should it be? Confronted by this latest atrocity, driven to tears, driven to tears, driven to tears. Hide my face in my hands, shame wells in my throat. My comfortable existence is reduced to a shallow, meaningless party. Seems that when some innocents die, all we can offer them is a page in a magazine. Too many guns and not enough rules. This is what we've seen. Driven to tears, driven to tears, driven to tears. Protest is futile, nothing seems to get through. What's to become of our world, and who knows what to do? Driven to tears, 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 driven to tears. Thank you. Was that fun? Okay, hopefully you all like to sing, because this is a good old-fashioned sing-along. It is a mashup, which is a term not everyone knows. If you watched Glee, you know what a mashup is, right? It's a medley. It's just smashing up two songs together. And Mark did a beautiful job with these two. You did. You did.
Thank you.
Okay. Just want to go right into it.
Is Mike ready?
These guys are high maintenance, you know?
Squeeze over
Jeez.
here.
Good to sing. Is your mic on?
Testing,
Oh, yeah, Mike's
1,
gonna
2,
sing.
3. Is my mic on? Yeah, if I get close enough, huh?
Mike's on board?
Mike's gonna sing.
Mic's on.
All right.
Ready?
Good to go.
So, sing along, you'll know. At least one of them.
I have climbed the highest mountains I have run through the fields only to be with you, only to be with you. I have run and I have crawled, I have scaled these city walls, only to be with you. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. No, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. And how many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man? Yes, and how many seas must a white dove sail before she can sleep in the sand? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. I believe in this kingdom come, then all the colors will bleed into one, will bleed into one. You know that I believe it. And how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Mark recorded that. He uses GarageBand, and he can play all these instruments that he really doesn't play for real, but he plays them through GarageBand.
There's a lot of instruments.
And he put that arrangement together and sent it to us, and we were on a road trip, like a 3-week road trip.
We just
listened
put
to
it on loop and we
just
listened to
kept
it
listening
over and
to
over
it.
and over again.
Yeah, it's just so
That's
beautiful.
the best compliment.
We do have some merchandise that I should mention. So we have CDs. So there are 3 band CDs. There's our first CD is called Fresh Hot Soup, SOOP. We thought we were being clever. It was before Mike joined the band. He came about 3 or 4 years in. So that is without Mike. And then the other 2 are with Mike. We're very happy to have him. There's one CD that is it's a solo CD of mine, and it's lullabies. It's just, for someone little in your life that needs calming down, or yourself that needs calming down. There's also this book. The name of the book is Birds Can Fly, Why Can't I? It won the Independent Publishers Award, and it's about a panda who dreams of flying. And I found this book in an art gallery in Saratoga Springs, and I started reading it, and the text rhymed. And the melody, it rhymed, so it was very musical, and I just heard this melody, and I approached the artist who was had the idea for this book. He did all the artwork, and he had the idea for the story, but he enlisted a local children's author to write the text. And I approached him and asked if anyone had put it to music yet, and he said no one had, and I said, I'm going to. So now I do have quite a few copies of the book, and inside is a postcard with a download code, so you can download the studio recording of that song for free. And what am I missing? What am I missing? No, it's all that cold medicine. I knew this was going to happen at some point, but this book is on sale here. So
It's good.
it's
great
good.
if you have,
Oh, thanks.
It's great if you have grandkids.
You can't say that. I can say that.
I can't say that. So I just hope my voice passes on.
And they're going to hear the song now.
Are you going to hear the song now? Thank you. Where would I be without these guys? But do you remember how it goes?
You're going to help me.
No. This is why we love Mike. Da 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 da. It's good.
Mine just needs like 3 notes, then the whole song comes in. He just needs
Mine-
I can play that song.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Ready? Da. You have the first note. Da. Oh, I wish that I could fly like the birds up in the sky, all the places that I'd see, with my friends beside of me. We'd scale the mountain tops together, but I have no wings, not even a feather. Are wings the only way to fly? There must be other ways to try. The wind may carry up my kite, but sticks and cloth won't help my flight. Wait, my plane has wings that fly. It circles trees, it passes by. A toy plane may take me there. Do they build one that carries a bear? A real plane could be the one to fly me past the clouds and sun. But a ticket to the sky is much more than this bear can buy. Superheroes seem to fly. It's kind of scary, but worth a try. But a super cape just can't be found. Then gets this panda off the ground. I guess this bear cannot take flight. I close my eyes, I say good night. As I sleep, I start to see my bed move far away from me. I see the clouds, I feel the sun. I'm flying with the birds as one. As an airplane passes me, I say let's race. 1, 2, 3. night I see my house again, I think my flight's about to end. What a night, it seems so real to see these places I can't feel. I now know how it feels to fly, to soar through clouds as birds pass by. No wings or feathers for this bear. My dreams at night will take me there. I hope I have that dream tonight. Sweet dreams and have a happy flight. Thank you. Your turn.
You got the whiskey bottle voice going
Oh
on
my
now.
gosh,
Oh boy.
yeah.
So this is a song that I wrote in COVID, circa 2020, the depth of COVID, when I was home and had no motivation to do anything, and there was all this stuff I needed doing, and I had no energy. I was languishing. I later heard that term, languishing, which was like perfect. So this song is about languishing. I guess it could apply to COVID or apply to any time that there's all this stuff that you probably should be doing, you're probably not going to do.
You singing?
That blank stare just is frightening. That's absolutely frightening.
It's always, it's like Christmas. You never know what to think.
Well, I probably should, but I probably won't. Might wish I would have if I don't. Wanna get off going about this joint. Well, I probably should, but I probably won't. I sit on the sofa watching Amazon Prime, taking care of nothing. No, I've got the time. I cross this room for Doritos and a beer, but I just can't drag myself up out of here. Well, I probably should, but I probably won't. Might wish I would have if I don't. I'll get up going about this joint. Well, I probably should. Hair is real long and I smell a bit ripe. I untied my sweatpants cause they got too tight. I should go out walking, it's good to get some air, but I'm binging season 8 so I don't care. Sink has got dishes piled up to the sky. I watch the dust bunnies as they roll on by. Someday I'll get up and do the things I should, but I might be giving up on being good. Well, probably should, but I probably won't. Might wish I would have if I don't. I'll get up, go in and out of this joint. Yes, I probably should, but I probably won't. Well, probably should, but I probably won't. Might wish I would have if I don't. I'll get up, go in about this joint. Yes, I probably should, but I probably won't. Yes, I probably should, but I probably won't. Thank you.
Mike, you did really well. I think he just toys with that. I think he really knows what he's doing.
7 G's.
So, I don't know if, what I didn't mention was, well, we're from Marlboro, and that's where Pastor Sean is from. And before coming here, he was a member of our church, and we loved him dearly, and his voice, and his everything about him, and we miss him. But Jeff and I have come here and shared some music during worship, and that one time, and it was before the pandemic, and at the Mad Agnes concert when we were here, both times I had two women come up to me. I don't know if I don't remember what they looked like. I don't know if they're here today, but I should back up a little bit. It's the cold meds again. So for 4 years before the pandemic hit, I was a therapeutic musician, playing at the bedside at St. Francis Hospital, and these two women came up to me and said, "You played for me while I was at St. Francis." And it was very, very special. That work inspired this next song. The name of the song is Hands. And it occurred to me shortly after I started doing this work that I may have not been using my hands to heal a patient the way a doctor or a nurse would. I was healing in a different way, and we all use our hands to heal. And that's the idea behind this song. We did make a video out of this with a videographer that was doing work at the hospital, and that video did receive an award for excellence. So we're very proud of it. So this is Hands. I think so. The men would curse the chisel that tried to sculpt her hands, and freeze the lines in silent stone. Hands that draw such sounds from wood and wire to peel by layers the hearts of barren men. The painter's brush be stilled by blood and bone, of fingers never stronger than when woven with my own. Hands that heal, hands that save, hands that carry you from the cradle to the grave. The surgeon dons his mask and bows his head to ask, who am I to heal this fragile soul? Here I stand, guide my hands. Together we will make this spirit whole. Hands that heal, hands that save, hands that carry and together we will make their spirits Thank you. All right. Yes, you're waiting for me?
Yep,
Think I'm ready to do this one?
you're the talker.
I'm the talker,
You're
not
the talker.
today.
You're the talker.
That is funny because I usually do all the talking and I'm gladly letting them fill it.
Oh, you poor thing.
Huh?
No, I don't know. Just play it.
I just play?
So this is a song by Lee Hayes. And,
Thank you.
yeah, if you've ever heard of Lee Hayes. And it's called Seven Daffodils. Your voice can play this.
I think so. And there's plenty of daffodils out there.
And rain.
And rain. No. Oh, I need to hang on.
I want this thing to put on me in the middle of the song.
Ah. Go the old-fashioned way. You tell me when. I think that's good. Okay? All right.
Is it going? Got it? Test it?
I may not have a mansion. I haven't any land. Not even a paper dollar to crinkle in my hand. I can show you morning from 1,000 hills and kiss you and give you 7 daffodils.
I may not have a fortune just to buy you pretty things. Oh, but I can weave you moonbeams for all your necklaces and rings.
But I can show you morning from 1,000 hills and kiss you and give you 7 daffodils. Seven golden daffodils, all shining in the sun. They light the way of evening when our day is done. And I can give you music and a crust of bread and a pillow of piney boughs to rest your head and a pillow So we're going to end with a sing-along. So thank you all for coming out, and hope you enjoyed our music, and hope you'll stop by
Thank
and
you
say
for having
hello.
us.
Yeah, thank you for having us so much. Thank
Beautiful
you,
place to
Eustace.
play.
It's a beautiful, beautiful church, and churches were made for music, so we're really happy to be here. So,
Thank you for coming.
oh, our pleasure, really, really. It's a beautiful song written by Loggins and Messina.
Loggins and Messina, believe it or not.
You'll know it.
Feel free to sing.
Ready?
People smile and tell me I'm the lucky one. We've just begun. Think I'm gonna have a son. He will be like she and me, as free as a dove. Conceive in love. The sun is gonna shine above. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. Everything will bring a change of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Seems as though a month ago I was beta kite. Oh, I never got high. Oh, I was a sorry guy. Now I smile and face the girl that shares my name. Yeah, I'm through with the game. This boy will never be the same. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. Everything will bring a change of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright.
Pisces Virgo rising is a very good sign. Strong and kind, and the little boy is mine.
Now I see a family where there once was none. Now we just begun. Yeah, we're gonna fly to the sun. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. Everything will bring a change of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Love the girl who holds the world in a paper cup. Drink it up. Love her and she'll bring you luck. And if you find she helps your mind, buddy, take her home. Don't you live alone. Try to earn what lovers own. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. Everything will bring a change of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright.
Congratulations.